Right now, charges in a Northside homicide case dropped. What led to that decision? Plus, Capitol Police officers from the January 6th insurrection campaigning for President Biden in Wisconsin. Find out how that might affect the presidential race.
And temperatures and dew points are lower this morning, but we're going to see those climb, unfortunately, for Father's Day. We'll talk about how hot it's going to get.
Hey, good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us here. I'm Shane Hogan. Well, it's going to be a hot and steamy weekend and into next week as well. Meteorologist Savannah Brito is outside on the weather patio. Savannah, already starting to feel a little of that humidity creeping in.
Yeah, we didn't really see humidity levels drop a lot from late last night into early this morning. Dew points are still sitting around the 60-degree mark. Most of us mid to upper 50s, so it's still a little humid out there. You'll notice that as soon as you step foot outdoors, but at least we're going to see a much calmer day ahead today. Yesterday at this time, we had heavy rain moving in the area. Now lots of sunshine. The skies are actually completely blue. Temperatures at 56 in Madison. Around Dane County, there are a couple of 60s. That's pretty much confined southwest of here, so it's still a mild start to the day, but this is near normal before we do start to see some really warm temperatures move in and humidity levels really increase. Beautiful Friday though, sunshine, temperatures near 80 this afternoon. Rain returns though tomorrow afternoon north and northwest of Madison. I think that's going to be more widespread though Saturday night into early Father's Day morning across most of southern Wisconsin. We could see embedded thunderstorms. Those should be non-severe. Can't completely rule out a couple of stronger storms during that time frame, especially as we head for Sunday through Tuesday. Even Wednesday is looking to remain pretty active as we go through the next several days. But today, Shane, at least it's shaping up to be a good day.
All right, well, we will take advantage of this before that heat comes. To our top stories this morning, a homicide charge is being dropped in the case of a killing in Madison's North Side. It's from an incident from about 2 years ago. 32-year-old Callaton Jefferson argued he was defending himself in the deadly shooting of Corey Mitchell, a Fitchburg resident. Prosecutors say they could not disprove that claim. Mitchell was killed after an argument in a parking lot on Northport Drive. The prosecuting attorney says witnesses have not been cooperative in the investigation. And the only video from that shooting is from far away, and it's very blurry. That's why prosecutors say they couldn't disprove the self-defense argument. Jefferson had originally been charged with first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime. In Watertown, police are referring charges against the YMCA staff member after an infant was found with suspicious injuries. Officers were called the evening of June 5th to a hospital where the infant was being treated. That's when they investigated and found the boy suffered the injuries at the YMCA daycare in Watertown. Staff at the YMCA have fully cooperated with this investigation. To campaign 2024 news now, this upcoming election will be the first since the Capitol insurrection on January 6th, 2021. President Joe Biden's campaign is using the events from that day in messaging about former President Donald Trump. Now, some of the Capitol police officers defending the Capitol against rioters that day are campaigning with President Biden. Our Braden Ross spoke to a political expert who says while this strategy won't pull swing voters towards Biden, it could still be useful in the race for the White House.
As ugly as that day was, I'm proud to say that our officers won that day.
Thursday morning, a stark warning for Wisconsin voters.
We may not be so lucky next time.
Police officers Harry Dunn and Daniel Hodges were at the U.S. Capitol building 3 years ago when a mob of Trump supporters broke in.
There were many times that day that I feared for my life or that I was going to be permanently maimed. Whether someone was trying to gouge out my eye or crushing me in a doorway, stealing my riot baton and beating me in my head.
Now they're recounting their stories on a Wisconsin tour for the Biden campaign.
I know what a bloodbath looks like because we saw one on January 6th, and I fear it will be worse if he regains power.
But how much will their voices really impact the outcome this November?
It's an advantage, but it's not likely to move many votes.
Political expert Charles Franklin says reminders about the 2020 election and its aftermath are sure to be all over both presidential campaigns, but not necessarily to persuade swing voters.
Both campaigns are out to mobilize their base voters. Democrats think issues surrounding January 6th help mobilize their voters. Trump's folks think that doubts about the 2020 election help mobilize their voters.
Donald Trump has supporters that under no circumstances will leave his side. We're not trying to reach those people.
What the Biden campaign is in part trying to do is mobilize people on January 6th, not because they're changing minds, but because they're reminding some of their supporters who are wavering right now, thinking about a third-party candidate, thinking about not voting.
That was our Braden Ross reporting. Those officers also spoke at an event in Milwaukee. That's, of course, where the Republican National Convention will be taking place this summer. The Secret Service is looking at expanding security around Pfizer Forum, the site of the convention. The new measures would bar protesters from gathering at Pierre Marquette Park near the arena. The talks come after a months-long dispute between the Secret Service and the GOP over security measures around the convention. Before then, former President Donald Trump will be back in Wisconsin, though. He'll be holding a rally in Racine on Tuesday. Trump will highlight what his campaign is saying, how the Biden administration has failed Wisconsin. This will mark Trump's third visit to the Badger State so far this year. He has also visited Green Bay and Waukesha. The first ever international festival dedicated to an indigenous person is bringing the legacy of a late Ho-Chunk artist to Monona. This is really cool here. It's the Harry Whitehorse International Wood Sculpture Festival. The event begins this evening and runs through next Saturday. It's bringing wood carvers together to create sculptures using modern and more traditional techniques.
We would have loved this, whether he participated or not, but I can't see him not participating. He'd have been very, very proud. Even if it wasn't named after him, I think he would have really liked that it's in Monona.
Harry Whitehorse was a renowned artist and wood carver. His works have inspired many even beyond his death in 2017. The festival opens tonight at 5 o'clock. It's free for anyone who's looking to attend. Time is 6:06. Savannah, what do we got coming up in the forecast?
We got storm chances, daily storm chances Saturday night through at least Wednesday. We'll talk about how warm temperatures are also going to be because of the heat dome that's going to expand east.
And ahead in your morning sports, we have some new state baseball champs to talk about. Find out who won the trophies coming up.
And this way to Taste of Stoughton in the 608 this weekend. We are live at Nordic Ridge Park with everything that you can expect for a Taste of Stoughton this year.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Corolla Cross for $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too.
And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other.
That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Voted 2023 Best Morning Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
We are back on your Friday morning, and the Taste of Stoughton returns in the 608 this weekend with something for your whole family to enjoy. Our Josh Prider is live in Stoughton this morning with more on this year's events. Hey, good morning, Josh.
Hey, Shane, good morning to you. Good morning from Nordic Ridge Park in Stoughton this morning. We are gearing up for a big day here tomorrow, the Taste of Stoughton, and this is your opportunity to get a taste of this town. We have got a special treat for you this morning. Crystal, Christina, and Jill joining us live. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
All right, Crystal, I want to start with you because this is going to be another big year. You guys are super excited to really give people a taste of this community.
Yes, this year we have the most food vendors we've ever had at 16 food vendors. We have everything from Indian food, African food, Mexican and American cuisine as well as a Taste of Stoughton egg roll. So we're super excited about that. It's going to be a great time.
You know, Christina, this is such a special way to be able to really showcase your community, and there's going to be something for the whole family.
There is. We have all kinds of bounce houses, rock climbing walls. We have 5 bands that'll play the event throughout the day. We have an art and craft and vendor fair, and everything is somehow tied to our community here. So we're giving everyone a taste of our art, our music, our food, and our culture here.
We want to give people a look at what this is all about. We have some video, and this is really special because Nordic Ridge Park, a beautiful layout, plenty of space for all of these folks to come out, and you guys get a pretty good crowd, Crystal.
Yeah, last year we tapped over just 14,000 people. So we're super rocking and rolling this year, and I'm hoping we break that. I mean, I got goosebumps thinking about it.
You know, you talk about that many people, and what's special is with you guys on Taste of Stoughton, this is a 100% volunteer-run organization. This is a nonprofit, and to see how much this has grown is pretty incredible.
It really is, and the city's behind us so much in this, and they've been a #1 supporter, but we all are 100% give our time throughout the whole year to make this happen. But we couldn't do it without our volunteer events, our volunteer people, and all of our proceeds go back to the volunteer groups. So it's just a very awesome, in and out, and everybody is happy at the end of the day.
And new this year, Christina, you guys are going to go sustainability. That is the word of the year, and that's really kind of the future for you here, too.
It is. It is. This year, we've brought in recycling throughout the park for our event, and we've also brought in Green Box, so we'll be composting all of the food waste this year here at Taste of Stoughton.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so you got to tell me about this, Crystal, because this looks fantastic, and it also looks kind of healthy, too.
It is. The owners of Tropical Treats, Acai, donated this awesome breakfast for us this morning. It is called their Dream Bowl. It is their #1 selling bowl. They just opened, brand new business in town. We're super excited to have them. I actually tried this on Wednesday, and I didn't want to share it. So
it looks amazing. Yeah, I'm just going to need to grab a spoon. So, I mean, this is really what it's all about, and it's about supporting local. You know, it's about getting out there and supporting this community.
Our sponsors are amazing. We've had the utmost members to give us money. I mean, we couldn't do this without the sponsors. We've raised just shy of $18,000, but it's a huge event to put on. It costs a lot of money, so we're just really grateful that we have the community support, including Conant Auto. He is our #1 supporter this year, our stage sponsor. So it'll all come together.
It takes the community. So if people are interested, tomorrow you're going to be out here all day long.
We are. We're going to be here 11 to 9, maybe a little after. But we will have drinks, beverages, beer, soda, water, food, music, fun, bounce houses, bring the family. It's free.
Yeah, count me in. All right, ladies, thank you so much for your time this morning. I have all of this up on channel3000.com. So come on down to Stoughton and get a taste of this community tomorrow, Shane.
Yeah, that looks like a great time, and I know you're going to be trying that acai bowl. I just have a feeling about that one.
Oh, I know. This is my breakfast today. Look at that.
You can share. I know she didn't want to share when she was trying it, but I implore you to share. All right, Josh, we'll check back in just a bit from Stoughton. As always, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in this 6-0 way. You can reach out on social media or email for a chance to be featured. Well, if you're heading to the Taste of Stoughton or anywhere really this weekend, you've got some weather to be aware of. Meteorologist Savannah Brito is here, tracking it all. Good morning, Savannah.
Good morning, Shane. Yeah, that'll be the case. You might want an umbrella if you do have outside plans, definitely on Saturday night and Sunday morning. That's our first round that we're going to see widespread across southern Wisconsin. A comfortable start, most of us in the 50s. Dew points are also not far behind that, so the air is pretty saturated out there. Still a little humid. We're going to see levels climb a lot more Father's Day and next week, though. So today, at least later in the afternoon, temperatures are going to warm close to the 80-degree mark. Most of us in the upper 70s, thanks to lots of sunshine. Winds are going to be light. That's not going to be a problem. They're not going to be factored in until we reach tomorrow and then Sunday. That's when it'll become more breezy and hot and humid, definitely by Father's Day. This is 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I think most showers are going to be north and northwest of Madison, maybe as far south as Wisconsin Dells. Pretty much still stays just to the north of Madison, thinking as we head into Saturday evening. But Saturday night into Sunday, that's when this begins to pick up, become a little bit more widespread. Definitely going to have pockets of heavy rain, maybe even some hail and gusty winds to look out for. No severe weather anticipated here. The better chances are far to our north over central and then also northern Wisconsin, same with Minnesota, but we could see a couple of stronger storms in here. You can see heavy showers, so we are expecting some decent rain with this, and also the heat and humidity ramping up. So that heat dome and the record-breaking heat that was affecting the Southwest last week and even a couple days ago, that expands further east to the Great Plains, the Midwest, and even the East Coast. So we could see very warm temperatures, possibly some areas not necessarily here, but get close to record temperatures. And then that ridge overhead, storms are going to ride that, the high pressure to our southeast. So we do have daily storm chances that are going to return. Temperature and heat index, those are going to surge. Temperatures will be near 90. Monday, Tuesday specifically, we'll have to look for heat index values pushing the mid to upper 90s, maybe even a couple areas that squeeze out 100. Not air temperatures, but again, the heat index, that's what it feels like outside. So it will be pretty brutal, dangerous heat. Just make sure that you're practicing heat safety, wear lighter colors of clothing. If you can't get indoor to air conditioning, just move to shade or somewhere cooler, because during this time frame, it is going to be hot. And this is the first hot stretch that we've had so far this summer. Last year, it came a lot earlier in the year. 87 by Wednesday, so you can see the heat starts to break down a little bit, definitely heading into next weekend.
When it comes to the state baseball tournament, Sun Prairie is in a league of their own. 18 times the Cardinals have advanced to state tournament, and 9 times they've left as champions. Both state records. Sun Prairie East looking to add to that trophy case, taking on De Pere in the D1 final. Second inning, Redbirds up 1 and looking for more. Devin Weber drops 1 into the outfield, and De Pere led 4-0 after 2 innings. Now, Sun Prairie East would get one back in the 4th. Manny Abreu smacks one through to put his team on the board, but it wouldn't be enough. Cardinals finish runner-up in Division I, 5-1 the final.
They handle things the right way. I'm proud. Great leadership this year, and I think that really helped us get to where we ended up. You know, the only 2 teams played at 6 o'clock in the whole state of Wisconsin today, and that was us and De Pere, and De Pere just played a little bit better than us.
2 times Edgewood baseball has reached the Division II state final, and 2 times they've left as state champions. The Crusaders back again in the championship game, looking to go 3 for 3. Their opponent this time around, Mosinee. Now, Edgewood spotted them a 3-run lead in the 1st, and then they went to work. 4th inning, the Penn State commit Preston Youcher rips one through the infield for an RBI single. The game is tied at 3, and the Crusaders were nowhere near done scoring. 5th inning, Henry Gill up, and he goes gapping to bring home some more. That was part of a 7-run inning, and the celebration is on. Edgewood wins their first state title since 2009, 12-6, the final.
Can't even describe it. We've been working for this every day, the whole winter. Me and the other seniors, we've been dreaming about this. We finally got our chance, and it feels incredible.
It's awesome. There's so much going through. I can't really remember the game that much. I mean, that last moment, that's insane. We all thought this is like our year before the year. It's amazing. I don't know. I don't have much words.
And day 1 of the state girls soccer tournament, McFarland taking on Catholic Memorial in the Division III semifinals, and the Spartans' season comes to an end. They fall 1-0 at state. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Thank you, Zach. Well, congratulations to all those new state champs. That's really, really cool. All right, still ahead this morning, we'll tell you what legendary band will be performing at the really cool Las Vegas Sphere soon. And still ahead in our next half hour. After the recent shootings in Madison, we look at the causes of gun violence. And as we had a break on this Friday morning, we're taking a look at gas prices. We're back right after this.
Susan Simon, News 3 Now at 4 and 5 weekdays moving forward.
It can bear over 4,000 times its own weight, and that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design down to the smallest detail, the Taos. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing or $1,500 customer bonus on a new 2024 Taos.
Whether someone is across the neighborhood, across the street, or across the room, you have the power to make them feel right at home. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
I'm gonna take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, get 2 windows for the price of 1.
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
How to bring generations together. Start by splashing together. Maybe go on a ride together. See stuff together. Or do something different altogether. Spend the day together. Spend the whole week together. Call it a get-together. Put this thing, those things, and that thing together. Hey, this vacation is really coming together. You know what they say, a family that plays together. Well, you could put 2 and 2 together. Wisconsin Dells, come together. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T T-Bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
If you're searching for the coziness of home within an assisted living community rather than a sprawling campus, Home Again awaits you. Locally owned and operated, offering 3 convenient locations to serve you better. Home Again, living assisted.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Summer House Grill and Bar for Best Outdoor Dining, Best Place with a View, and Best Bloody Mary. Vote for Summer House Grill and Bar on MadisonMagazine.com.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know. Part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
Everyone comfortable?
Yep. I've even got an extra seat.
The Volkswagen Atlas. Everyone wants a ride. And see Despicable Me 4 in theaters July 3rd. Rated PG. Get 2.9% APR financing on a new 2024 Atlas.
Welcome back on a Friday morning here, showing Linda's morning. Got a nice shot of a clear full moon.
You were saying it looks like an ET scene.
Yeah, don't you think? Just a little should be crossing over where that's what I think.
He rides a bike, right?
Yeah,
Over the moon
ET,
or something
like that. Oh, man,
I've never seen it.
What?
No.
Never seen ET?
No. Maybe like parts of it, but never the whole.
Phone home. on. I mean, I haven't seen it in years. No, please don't. We said what, maybe 2 weeks ago we had the
I think
full moon?
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice on our drive-in. We can see it real clearly.
Can't see the sunsets, but we can see the moon, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. All right, Linda, thanks for sharing your morning. If you want to share your morning with us, just use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. Well, one of the country's most iconic rock bands is headed to one of the coolest locations in the world. Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, the Eagles, will hit the stage at the Sphere in Las Vegas. They will be performing for 8 shows in September and October. Pre-sale tickets will be starting, you can get those on starting Tuesday. General sales will begin a week from today. You can also find a hotel ticket bundle, several VIP packages. You can find all this information at eagles.com for show dates and tickets. Now, we've been talking about the Sphere, right? It's kind of this new phenomenon in Vegas. First off, perfect place for it, right?
Have you been to Vegas?
I've never been.
Really?
Have you?
Yes, but I went there like 4 months before they made the Sphere.
No.
I know,
Oh,
so
man.
I went a little too early.
I've always wanted to go.
It is what you make of it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Would you go see a show inside this thing?
We were talking about that. I don't know, I feel like I'd get a little dizzy, but
Yeah.
I feel like you have to. Like, that's definitely a bucket list item.
Yeah, you know, U2, I think, was the first act to, like, kind of start things off there in the Sphere. And we saw a lot of video from inside, and I actually knew a few people that went and saw U2 there. And just the pictures and videos they were putting up, I mean, it looks like a completely different concert-going experience. So I think that alone would be pretty cool. But, yeah, if you want to check out the Eagles, you got a chance to do it in a couple months.
8 times, too,
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some weather to keep an eye on this
Yeah,
weekend.
it's going to be hot and humid for Father's Day and beyond. So I think Sunday to Wednesday, at least through Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday, very active pattern we're going to get into. So you guys need to get outside Friday. Take advantage of it while you have it. Saturday, 79, and then Sunday for Father's Day. I'm really sorry for all the dads, including my dad. 90, hot, humid, and stormy.
All right, well, if you're golfing, try to get that round in early in the morning.
Yes.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Stay with us, folks. We're back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through. Up to 8 available cameras and 14 views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey.
To oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today.
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $300 off any tablet.
Get an 11% rebate on your bathroom project at Menards. Create your dream bathroom with Sterling tubs and showers. They'll fit your style and budget and are easy to clean. Get this ensemble shower for $669.99 after rebate. Complete your bathroom with our entire selection of Dakota vanities. They feature generous interior storage and come in a variety of styles and finishes. Get this sliding barn door vanity for $168.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
So we have more guns than people.
This morning, a closer look at the causes of gun violence after Madison saw 3 shootings in 3 days.
And temperatures and humidity levels have decreased since last night, but we're really going to see those increase by Father's Day. We'll talk about how hot it's going to get out there.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on your Friday morning. I'm Shane Hogan. Now, yeah, Savannah's been talking about it all morning, how hot and steamy it's going to get on Father's Day, especially. Savannah, we are talking about the weather this weekend. We've got a lot to keep an eye on.
Yeah, storm chances, Shane, and also the heat and humidity. So we're not going to get a break from that. We did see a break, or we are experiencing a little bit of nice weather out there today. Get out there this afternoon if you can. It's going to be beautiful. Sunshine, lots of that. Temperatures in the upper 70s near the 80-degree mark, and overall winds will not be a factor. Rain returns for some by Saturday afternoon, thinking that's going to be widespread for lots of southern Wisconsin to most of southern Wisconsin by Saturday night into early Father's Day morning, and then heat and humidity levels really ramp up. Heat index values are going to be much warmer than what we saw yesterday, could even be near 100 degrees. 56 currently in Madison. Dew points are still sitting close to what our currently temperatures are sitting at, so they are a little on the humid side, but nonetheless better than what we had the last couple of days. And obviously it's not active out there compared to what we had yesterday morning with thunderstorms. At this point, pretty much moving out of the area. Nothing but sunshine this morning. That'll stick around, but clouds increase as early as tomorrow. At least the first half of the weekend and Saturday looks okay, but Shane, I would say if people are planning or looking to make plans, Saturday probably the better day. We do have some showers, but then storm chances should be non-severe, but a couple stronger ones are possible as we head into Father's Day on Sunday.
All right, we will keep an eye on all of it, Savannah. Thank you. Right now, the Merrimack Ferry is still closed. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation says it's due to an incident that the Columbia County Sheriff's Department is currently handling. Here's a video that we got at about 11 o'clock last night. You can see some law enforcement involved here. We reached out to the Columbia County Sheriff's Office about what happened, and they couldn't give us much information. The Department of Transportation had originally estimated the ferry would be closed for about 2 hours. It is still closed this morning. As you see a live look now, that scene has since cleared, but within just the past 10 minutes or so, we've been told the ferry is still closed at this time. We do not have an estimate for when that will reopen. We'll continue calling and checking about when the ferry should open back up. We'll let you know through the Channel 3000 mobile app. In light of the 3 shootings last weekend here in Madison, we're taking a closer look at the causes of gun violence. Take a look at this map here. It's from the Violence Prevention Project. It shows public mass shootings in the U.S., and the size of each red bubble represents injuries and deaths. As that timeline approaches 2024, those bubbles only get bigger. Experts say the gun culture in the U.S. plays a big role in those rising trends. One UW professor tells us there are 400 million guns here in the U.S. compared to just 340 million people living here.
And that impact becomes so widely spread because those people aren't just numbers. They're loved ones, they're family members. Sometimes they're even kids who are not involved in the conflict at all and quite literally are caught in the crossfire.
Here in the U.S., gun violence is the #1 cause of death for children. But according to the U.S. News and World Report, the majority of those deaths are not from mass shootings. Experts say in order to combat gun violence of all sizes, we have to address the root causes. Those include food security, housing, income stability, and community resources. On Capitol Hill, a bill that would guarantee access to in vitro fertilization is now dead. Senate Republicans, including Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, blocked the bill from moving forward. In a statement, GOP senators who voted against the bill said they support IVF, but dismissed the legislation as unnecessary and overly broad from Democrats. Well, we're getting reaction from President Biden this morning on that. A statement from the White House reads in part, quote, "Once again, Senate Republicans refuse to protect access to fertility treatments for women who are desperately trying to get pregnant. The disregard for a woman's right to make these decisions for herself and her family is outrageous and unacceptable." And mifepristone is staying on the market for now. The U.S. Supreme Court rejected a challenge to the abortion pill that will allow people to keep getting the pill in the mail without a doctor's visit. In a unanimous opinion, the court said the anti-abortion doctors and organizations who challenged the FDA did not have legal standing. The ruling does not prevent anyone from bringing more challenges to mifepristone, though. And Democrats say there's more work to be done.
This is not a cause for celebration, because the reality is certain things are still not going to change. We are looking at the fact that 2/3 of women of reproductive age in America live in a state with a Trump abortion ban. We must remain clear-eyed about the threats to reproductive freedom in America, and we must remain vigilant.
Women's access to mifepristone is still largely dependent on a patchwork of state laws. The president of Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin say right now mifepristone remains approved with no new restrictions, and the legal status of abortion remains unchanged. Wisconsinites can continue getting abortions at Planned Parenthood centers in Milwaukee, Madison, and Sheboygan. Well, UW-Madison is getting $750,000 from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services for their OBGYN Rural Track program. The program will use the funding to create new residencies in rural communities. The HHS says the funds will go toward faculty retention and hiring, recruitment, and consultation services for program development. And the U.S. Department of Agriculture is investing more than $27 million in sustainable energies in rural areas as well. And 15 rural Wisconsin businesses will receive some of that money. Projects include solar panel arrays and various energy-efficient equipment upgrades. The USDA says the modern equipment will help cut energy costs. It's accepting applications through September. A link to apply is up at channel3000.com. Well, happening today, the Wisconsin State Patrol is taking to the air in an effort to slow down drivers. The air support unit will be out along the Beltline today, looking for speeding and other traffic violations. When a pilot sees a violation down on the ground, they'll let patrol know, who can then pull over the driver. So be aware of that. Well, 1 trillion cicadas are buzzing around the Midwest right now, and we have a special brood here in Wisconsin that hasn't seen the light of day since 2007. Our Merrill Hubbard went to a noisy hotspot to check them out.
I heard it start up like someone's turning a volume knob up.
Michael Rick has lived at this Janesville location for 23 years.
I knew it was coming, but I don't remember it being this loud.
As a Midwest native, Rick knows what the buzz is about, but this time his yard is a full cicada invasion.
It's like a spaceship hovering above the trees.
Like snakes, they shed their skin, and like aliens, their big eyes bulge bright red.
When they come out of their exoskeleton, they're kind of a creamy white color. And it takes them a while. They turn dark and their eyes turn red, which isn't much better.
In all seriousness, though, despite their noisy raid, these rare cicadas are harmless to humans.
These are really quite harmless. And one analogy I've heard about these is, if you think about it, they've been down in the soil for 17 years, and they've been great roommates during this time.
Beyond that, cicadas are a huge food source for wildlife and little landscapers for humans.
Lots of wildlife is going to gorge themselves on these things, and that might help out their own populations as well.
They're aerating my yard. It's great.
I guess they aren't so scary after all.
You might only have perhaps a handful of opportunities in your entire life to see these here in the Badger State.
This is prime time for cicadas in Wisconsin, so if you also want to get over your fears, now may be the time. I'm Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
She's a good sport, Merrill. Thank you. Well, a Sun Prairie man is using his family's journey to spread a positive message, even through some of the worst struggles. Joel Coyne is using this storyline to do something good. Joel and his wife, Tricia, struggled for years to start a family. And it was during those sleepless nights the local teacher and coach turned to writing. Little did he know at that time the beautiful things that would come in the home that love built.
When we knew that our family would kind of take a little bit of a different journey, we came up with the mantra that family is love.
Coyne sat down with our Josh Sprider in a story that you'll only see here on News 3 Now. You can watch this Sunday night after the Tony Awards. You can see how his story is doing something good in our community. Well, coming up after the break, why renewing your passport could get easier soon.
The Ring of Fire pattern that's going to expand to our area, the reason behind the heat and humidity ramping up. We'll talk about how hot our temperatures are going to get coming up.
And we're live at the 608 this morning, gearing up for the Taste of Stoughton and why this is a family event for everyone.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Buck and Honey's for Best Restaurant, Best Catering, Best New Restaurant, and Best Outdoor Dining. Vote online for Buck and Honey's today.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower, so he went right to work on it. I think he's procrastinating.
For a new bathtub or shower, just call 1-800-HANSONS. Installed in as little as 1 day with optional safety features and a no-leak guarantee. Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Whether someone is across the neighborhood, across the street, or across the room, you have the power to make them feel right at home. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
It doesn't make big headlines. There's no scandal, no conflict. So you probably haven't heard about the Biden administration's work to lower costs, getting caps on the cost of medicine like insulin and inhalers at $35, and investing in American-made clean energy to lower power bills. If you don't know about it, join the club. It's not what the news is covering these days. But you can find out yourself how you can save some money.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Sunday after the Tonys, a difficult path to parenthood becomes a story of hope.
I could see myself reading a story just like this to my child.
How a local man's late night vision inspired his next chapter to do something good. Sunday on News 3 Now at 10.
You have a consumer issue and you keep getting the runaround. Need help?
It's call for action to help me. Nobody else did.
Contact our team by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for action only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
This morning, another UW branch campus is announcing its closing. UW Oshkosh will shut down its Fox Cities campus at the end of the spring semester in 2025 due to declining enrollment. The campus serves just over 1,300 students right now, and enrollment has dropped 67% over the last decade. UW projects less than 100 students would attend the Fox Cities campus by the year 2032. This is the 6th branch campus to close because of decreased enrollment and limited funding. Local leaders say the closures will hurt both students and local economies. Well, it might be easier to renew your passport soon. The State Department is testing out online renewals. The program will accept a small amount of online applications each day for the first few months and then gradually ramp up their operations. The The goal, to have 2/3 of passport renewals done online once the program is fully up and running. Online renewal does not make the processing time any faster though, so you'll still have to wait to receive your passport in the mail. We'll take a look at this video here from Florida. Neighborhoods there are underwater after rainfall covered the southern part of the state for a third straight day. Since Tuesday morning, various parts of the region have seen around a foot of rain, some areas reporting 2 feet. And it's not over yet. Unfortunately, another round of rain could bring more flash flooding in some areas today, and more than 7 million people are under a flood watch through this evening. Well, we've got our own active weather to keep an eye on throughout the weekend. Savannah Brito is here to tell us all about it. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, Shane. Yeah, it's going to be an active stretch that we're going to get into as early as Saturday night, definitely by Father's Day. That holding until about midweek this upcoming week. Temperatures are going to warm today. Lots of sunshine. Winds are not going to be that big of a factor, only between 5 and 10 miles per hour. So overall, picture perfect Friday and end to our active work week, but not as active as what we're going to see our pattern return to. So showers are going to track in northwest and north of Madison, areas like La Crosse, Black River Falls, Camp Douglas. That's Saturday afternoon. I think by the evening, maybe a little bit more widespread, but still north of Madison at this time. By Saturday night into Sunday morning, that's when I think we could get pretty stormy out there. Not necessarily tracking severe weather, but we could see, and definitely will see, pockets of heavy rain, maybe some gusty winds, some smaller hail. You can see the thunderstorms moving in. This is about 3:30 in the morning and then spreading eastward. So possibly getting into a little bit of an active pattern at the early start of Father's Day. But like I mentioned, severe weather chances are better just to our north. So about central and then also northern Wisconsin, same Minneapolis for Minnesota, most of Minnesota included in that low level risk to watch for thunderstorms. We could see strong storms, but I don't think they'll be severe on Father's Day. We then have to look out for the heat and humidity. This is going to be a big thing Father's Day and the days to follow. I think the day that we're going to have to watch the most, or days that we're going to have to watch the most, probably Sunday just first and foremost because it's Father's Day, but will be a little bit hotter with higher heat index values to start the work week off Monday and Tuesday next week. Heat index values could be well into the mid, maybe even upper 90s, possibly seeing 100 in some spots. Better chances of that is southward, but we're definitely going to have actual air temperatures that reach the 90s. So wear lighter shades of clothing. Just make sure you're practicing heat safety. If you can't get indoors to air conditioning, if you work outside all day long, at least move to shaded areas and make sure that you're staying hydrated, because this is the first stretch of hot weather and also active weather that we've seen so far this summer. Shane, last year it came in May, but this year coming a lot later.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Of course, people probably doing some things outside this weekend with the holidays, so yes, be weather aware for sure. Savannah, thank you. Well, if you're heading to the Taste of Stoughton this weekend, again, you might want to keep an eye on that weather because it returns here in the 608, and there is something for the entire family to enjoy. Our Josh Spider is live in Stoughton with more on what to expect this year. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, good morning, Shane. The sun is shining here at Nordic Ridge Park, and we are gearing up for a Taste of Stoughton, the event back here tomorrow, and it's going to be a great one this year. We're hanging out with Crystal, Christina, and Jill this morning. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
So we are super excited to be back out here again, and you guys are gearing up for another big event here tomorrow.
We are. We're so excited. We've worked all year for this. We love this event. It's family friendly. It's free. It's live bands, music, food. Tons of stuff for the kids, too. It's just a lot of fun for everybody throughout the day. Bring your pop-up chairs or pop-up tents, all of the good things.
You know, when you mention Taste of Stoughton, this truly is a Taste of Stoughton. You're trying to give people a taste of this community.
Everything is local, so that was our big kick this year. All of the bands are local, all of the food is local, all of the craft fair vendors are local, all of our volunteer groups are local, and all of the proceeds go back to our volunteer groups. So that's really just an awesome thing that we can do for the community.
You know, you guys have seen this event grow substantially over the years.
We have. We started out a few hundred people about 4 years ago, and last year we clicked in just shy of 14,000.
Wow, that's incredible. So, you know, you're talking about volunteers. This is a 100% volunteer-run event, and you wouldn't be able to do it without them.
No, we volunteer our time throughout the whole year, but the boots on ground, our volunteer groups, we have 7 this year. They all bring in their their community, you know, and really kind of put this together for the community. And it's just really awesome that we get this partnership within the city of Stoughton.
So we have some video we want to show people because this event, you know, takes up Nordic Ridge Park, which is a perfect venue for something like this, really with all of the things here for a family.
There is. We have a splash pad. We have a cornhole tournament that's being put on tomorrow. We have 4 bands. We have the McCluskeys, Sarah the Red, Buck Naked, and Rusty Hearts that'll close our show for us tomorrow. We have 17 food vendors, over 20 art and craft and community vendors that'll be here. We have local craft beer. We have local cider, along with other beverages and things to enjoy.
And you're kind of encouraging people, you know, bring the lawn chairs, just come out here and have a good time.
Exactly. Bring your picnic blanket, bring your pop-up tent, bring your lawn chairs, and stay for the day.
I love it. All right, Crystal, so we got to talk about this little treat up here. This is brand new this year.
It is. Tropical Treats is a new restaurant venue in our city, and it's just, I mean, it's delicious, but she donated some of these items this morning. This is their #1 selling, menu item, and it's called the Dream Bowl. We've got some fun toppings to add to this, but this is a layer of acai and then fruit. It's going to be really good. A new addition to the.
Let's see how much I can load up these toppings. Ooh, that Nutella is thick. So, you know, this is just an example. This is just an example of what people can expect here, and it's all about getting the taste of Stoughton.
Yes, we have, like Christina was saying, about 17 food vendors, and everything is local. So you literally could come to our town tomorrow, and you're going to see what everything we have to offer here.
I'm struggling a little bit here. Holding one microphone and putting out there we go. Oh, look at that.
It's 2 hands.
It's like you're a mom or something taking care of the kids.
Yes. Well, I'm so excited to see all the kids come tomorrow, and it truly is just such a unique experience to see all the kids knowing that it's a free event for them. It means so much when they come here and they know they don't have to pay, and mom and dads too. You know, they're just, I get goosebumps. They just really love the free experience.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to work on my Nutella spreading skills here. Ladies, thank you, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, you bet. If you'd like to learn more about the Taste of Stoughton, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. I don't think they're going to be hiring me anytime soon to spread that Nutella, but Crystal helped me out a little bit there. This looks mighty good. I just need a spoon, Shane.
Yeah, it looks delicious, but yeah, we'll keep you to just doing the interviews. All right, Josh. Thank you very much. Time is 6:51. Coming up in the morning sprint, why some Apple employees are suing the company. And as we had to break this morning, we want to wish a happy birthday to Sierra and Lane. Happy birthday. We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Arby's Deluxe Burger. Have you ever seen such a well-crafted burger? Oh, Arby's Big Cheesy Bacon Burger. Have you ever seen such a... Arby's, we have the meats.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:54, time for the morning sprint. The woman charged with shooting and killing a man on Madison's north side in April will have a bond hearing today. Tamar Beasley allegedly admitted to shooting the man who she says is the father of her child. She claims punches were thrown by him first in their incident. She will be in court at 10 o'clock this morning. The man accused of killing another man on the north side 2 years ago will no longer face charges. Calaton Jefferson says he was defending himself when he shot Corey Mitchell in 2022. The prosecution says witnesses haven't been cooperating with the investigation, and the only video of that shooting is blurry. But they did not close the door on reviving the case if more information comes to light. The Merrimack Ferry is still closed this morning. The Wisconsin DOT says it's due to an incident the Columbia County Sheriff's Department is handling. The Sheriff's Department says they aren't giving out much information right now, but the ferry is still closed. We will let you know when it reopens. Two women who work for Apple are suing the company over their paychecks. They claim they aren't making as much as their male colleagues for doing the same work. The women claim Apple asks candidates about their pay expectations and then use that information to set lower starting salaries for women. They're proposing to expand their lawsuit into a class action.
It'll be a beautiful start to our weekend. Temperature at 80 today. We are going to see that humidity rise, though, unfortunately, just in time for Father's Day. Heat and humidity both returning. 90 almost on Sunday, 90 by Monday and Tuesday, and heat index values could be near 100 degrees. Not the best.
Hot and steamy. Samantha, thank you. Thanks for waking up with us, folks. Hope you have a great weekend. We're back with another news and weather update in 30 minutes.